Uh, Mock test 5, part 2, question number 16. Okay, write down you have to calculate FFO, fund flow from operations. For REIT B, Real Estate Investment Trust, you have to calculate it for REIT B. तो ट्राई करो पहले फॉर्मूला लिखने का, तब तक आई विल कॉपी द डेटा. तो try to recollect the formula of FFO, fund flow from operations, AI, alternate investments. Copying data for REIT B. Guys, silent please. Guys, no prompting. It's a test. It's an exam. लेवल 1 या लेवल 2 का क्वेश्चन है? मैंने सुना लेवल 1 का क्वेश्चन है. Okay, I didn't know that the recording was not paused. Okay, go on. So this is the net income, depreciation, amortization, non-cash rent, recurring wage, capex, loss on the sale of real estate, and shares outstanding given to you to calculate FFO per share. Okay, I'll pause the recording. I'll check. I'll just walk around and check if they're doing it right. Varun, Mallar, Hitanshi, Pia, many of you got C. Sorry, any other answer? Okay, so fund flow from operation is like cash flow from operations. Similarly, like cash flow from operations, we start with net income and you try to go towards CFO or FFO. So net income is 27. Obviously, non-cash depreciation amortization, you are going to be adding it back. Okay. Loss on the sale of real estate. This is an investment wala loss. This is not an operation. We are in the business of not selling property. Real estate investment trust is in the business of renting the properties and collecting rental income. So this is like an investment wala loss, which is there in the net income, which is subtracted in the net income. We are going to be adding it back. Okay. Recurring maintenance type capex. ये FFO में नहीं आता. ये आता है FFO to adjusted FFO. There were two things which were to be done from FFO to adjusted FFO. And Mridul, what is the other thing? When moving from FFO to the adjusted FFO. But you remember the recurring maintenance capex was not there. So thinking about like non-cash rent, उसका क्या करना है? So while being moving from FFO to adjusted FFO, that mentioned that there are two adjustments which are required to be done. One is like ये जो maintenance capex है. Now because this is a capex is going to create a fixed asset. And because it is going to create a fixed asset, it is not going to be there in the income statement. So technically it is not in the net income. And hence it is not in the FFO. Because net income से ही FFO आया है. And because it is not an expense, it's a capex. Capex is not about an income statement, it's about a balance sheet. It creates a fixed asset. But we know that this is not a normal capex. This is a maintenance capex. This is not required for growth. This is required for maintenance. And if while converting FFO to adjusted FFO, we make that adjustment, we subtract that recurring maintenance capex, which not Mridul said it properly. We were asked to calculate FFO and not adjusted FFO, but इसमें will subtract that capex, but maintenance capex, recurring maintenance capex. So वो कुछ नहीं करना था इसका. So this was not required. We have out non-cash rent. No, I know what is non-cash rent. Like हमने example लिया था कि he stays in my flat as a tenant, but he gives me IPL tickets. So that was the example. He doesn't pay me cash. He gives me IPL tickets. So that's a non-cash rent. Okay, so what to be done of that? Like, so have you subtracted it? Or have you added it back? I'm thinking FM, what did you do? Nothing. The second adjustment which I was asking Mridul was about non-cash rent only. Check the formula, please. Open the AI note and check the formula from FFO to FFO. But then while moving from this, I mean, wouldn't there be a working capital investment, and that what we did, adding the this depreciation and subtracting working capital investment? Real estate में working capital investment कुछ है ही नहीं. Like technically formula is net income plus depreciation minus WCI. But there's no working capital investment over here because this is the real estate. You don't have a raw material, etc. over here. So that's it. 27 plus 23 plus 2, 52. But 52 was not matching. But it was on a per share basis. So 52 million divided by the 0.25 million. That is on a per share basis. But please count in the exam 52 would be there in the option, which is the wrong answer because they ask you on a per share basis. 52 divided by 0.25. Answer was 208, but it's not matching, right? 53 hua? I'm sorry. 27 plus 20 is 53. Sorry, my mistake. 53 divided by 0.25. Answer is 4212. So the formula from FFO to adjusted FFO was minus capex and plus that non-cash rent. Check please. Formula for adjusted FFO. Minus non-cash rent. Because it is already counted in the FFO and we have not received the cash and hence we are subtracting that. So it's not plus, it's minus non-cash rent. Q minus non-cash rent, why not plus? It's like people think it's like it's the non-cash, so we need to add it back. Add it back, we have subtracted that. The depreciation is a non-cash expense which was subtracted, so we added it back. But non-cash rent was already counted in the sales. It was counted in the NOI. It was counted in the net income. And it was counted in the FFO, but we have not cash or received from in the case. And we are calculating adjusted fund flow. I think not fund flow. I think not fund flow. Okay, so it was non-cash benefit that we got it. So we are not going to consider that. Hence, we are going to subtract. Okay, answer should be 212. Where were you stuck? So you got 53. Answer is C 212.